Hello again. It's me. That same fox, sitting behind the microphone and the soft blue glow of his laptop, wandering through this glass and concrete city, searching for traces of voices long forgotten. Tonight, just before I closed my files, I stumbled across a sentence scribbled in the scorched margins of an old book. The ink had nearly faded, but it still whispered, "He was in the fire, yet he did not burn out." That line pulled me in. Took me back to Mecca. To burning soil. To a time when a slave's voice echoed so loudly, it would be heard across history. Let's begin. This is the story of Bilal ibn Rabah. The sky was mercilessly hot. Mecca burned beneath the sun, nestled in the embrace of jagged mountains. Stones were hotter than furnaces, sands more scorching than molten iron. And hearts, shackled by idols, were heavy and silent. Among them lived a slave. His name was Bilal, from Abyssinia. Dark-skinned, calm, tall and upright. His voice carried a rich tone, and his gaze bore the quiet dignity of a free soul, even in chains. He had been sold in the markets of Mecca, treated like an object, purchased by Umayyah ibn Khalaf, a man known for pride and cruelty. But what Umayyah didn't know was that Bilal's body might be enslaved, but his soul was never for sale. Crescent moon one night, in the stillness of a back alley, a voice from Quraysh reached Bilal's ears. "Say, La ilaha illa Allah, and you will succeed. Say, there is no God but Allah." That voice was Muhammad ibn Abdullah, peace be upon him. Bilal's heart stirred. Not from fear, but from something deeper. As if a long-lost echo within him had finally found its match. It was the sound of truth. The call of freedom. And he believed. Without hesitation. But belief, for a slave in Mecca, was no small matter. It was a crime, one punishable by torture. When Umayyah found out, his fury knew no bounds. He dragged Bilal to the town square, threw him beneath the burning sun, and unleashed upon him the whip and the stone. At high noon, when the sky split with heat, they laid Bilal on the scorching sands. They tied his hands. Clamped his feet. And Umayyah placed a boulder, massive and crushing, onto his chest. Bones cracked. The crowd gathered. Umayyah shouted, "Say, Al-Lat and Al-Uzza are your gods." But Bilal, short of breath, whispered, "Ahad. Ahad. One. Only one." They mocked him. They beat him. They lashed his back, yet he only said, "Ahad. Ahad." Days passed. No food. No water. No shade. His lips were cracked. His wounds bled. But his voice, even in pain, even on the ground, even under the weight of stone and sun, his voice remained. Ahad. Ahad. One night, Abu Bakr al-Siddiq, may Allah be pleased with him, passed by in silence. He saw a body collapsed in the dirt. A burnt face, torn lips, but eyes that still held peace and light. He recognized him. It was Bilal. Without a word, he turned and approached Umayyah. In a calm but firm voice, he said, "Sell me this slave." Umayyah laughed. "You want him? Take him, for double the price. Let's see how long you can tolerate him." Abu Bakr didn't flinch. He pulled out a pouch of gold coins and placed it into Umayyah's hands. And simply said, "I don't buy him. I free him." And in that moment, Bilal was free. Free from chains. Free from humiliation. And from that same burning soil, rose a voice that would one day climb the minaret of the Prophet's mosque. Years passed. In Medina, the Prophet's mosque was built. And Bilal became Islam's first muezzin. One day, his voice soared through the skies, "Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar." People stopped. The city fell silent. Hearts trembled. And the angels listened. Each time Bilal called, Ashhadu an la ilaha illa Allah, the world remembered. This was the same man who once kissed the dust beneath a boulder, now shaking the heavens with his call. Bilal. He was a slave. But he walked out of the fire with his honor unscorched. Not just in Mecca, not just in Medina, but in every heart that still recognizes truth and courage. If ever a voice rose from the dust, from the chains, from under the lash, and reached the sky, that voice was Bilal's. And me? I'm just a fox. A quiet narrator of forgotten podcasts. But as long as these stories remain, as long as the tapes still play, I'll be here. Until next time. Farewell.